If you're over 60 and your blood pressure just won't budge, even with multiple medications and regular doctor visits, it's time to face an uncomfortable truth. The real reason your pressure is still high might not be what you think. Stress and salt aren't the main culprits here. It's much deeper than that. As we get older, our arteries start to stiffen, losing the flexibility they once had, kind of like a rubber band that's been left out in the sun for too long. When this happens, your heart works harder to pump blood through, and the pressure starts to climb. But here's the good news. You don't need new prescriptions or more doctor appointments to solve this. The solution could be sitting right in your kitchen. What most doctors won't tell you is that the food you eat has the power to either worsen your blood pressure or help lower it. In the next few minutes, I'm going to show you exactly how to start eating your way to better heart health, starting tonight. This may sound unbelievable at first, but trust me, it's been backed by real science. In just a moment, you'll learn about the simple foods that can help your arteries relax and lower your blood pressure. But before I share these miracle foods, let's take a deeper look at what's really going on inside your body. Most doctors don't talk about this hidden cause of high blood pressure, but it's something you have the power to control. Stay with me, because what you're about to learn could change everything. I've spent decades working with patients, and I've seen the same mistake over and over. Most people focus on the wrong causes of high blood pressure. It's easy to blame stress or salt, but that's only part of the picture. The real issue lies deep inside your arteries. As we age, our blood vessels lose their elasticity, which makes it harder for blood to flow freely. When that happens, the pressure in your arteries rises, no matter how many medications you take. The frustrating part? Despite everything, your blood pressure stays high. But here's the good news. Simple lifestyle changes, starting today, can make a huge difference. Let me walk you through the science behind this and share a few surprising facts that could change your health for good. As we age, what happens inside our body is far more complex than simply getting older. Our arteries are naturally meant to be flexible, but by the time we hit our 60s and beyond, they start to lose that crucial flexibility. The result? Blood flow becomes harder, and pressure inside your arteries starts to build up. Here's the shocking part. This doesn't just happen because of age alone. Inflammation is a major culprit in the process. When your arteries become inflamed, they lose their ability to stretch and contract properly, which puts an incredible strain on your heart. But here's the good news. This is where food steps in. Certain foods have the power to reduce the inflammation in your arteries, and even help them regain some of their lost flexibility. The best part? You don't need to add any new medications to your routine. By making a few simple changes to your diet, you can help your arteries relax, which makes it easier for your heart to pump blood, naturally lowering your blood pressure. Imagine feeling a difference in just a few days. That's the true power of the right foods, and I'm about to show you exactly which ones can make a real impact on your heart health. Imagine this. It's a peaceful afternoon at home. You've taken your blood pressure medication, enjoyed a healthy meal, and everything seems in balance. But when you check your blood pressure, it's still high. No matter how closely you follow your doctor's advice or how diligently you take your medications, the numbers remain stubbornly elevated. Sound familiar? Here's what most people don't realize. It's not just about the medications or a few lifestyle habits. Even if you're doing everything right on the surface, there's something deeper happening inside your arteries that's preventing your blood from flowing properly, and it's getting worse as you age. You see, the more rigid your arteries become, the harder it is for your heart to push blood through them. Your heart ends up working overtime, causing the pressure to rise. And over time, that constant strain can lead to serious health problems like heart disease or even stroke. But why do arteries become stiff in the first place? As we age, inflammation starts playing a significant role. When your arteries become inflamed, they lose their flexibility. This leads to a condition called arterial stiffness. Instead of stretching and contracting smoothly, your arteries become more like rigid pipes, forcing your heart to work harder to pump blood. That's when blood pressure rises. Here's the scary part. As you reach your 60s, this problem worsens. Your body's ability to naturally fight inflammation decreases, which only makes the stiffness in your arteries more pronounced. It's not just a minor issue. Your arteries' ability to relax and expand is compromised, making you more vulnerable to long-term health complications. Now, here's where the emotional tension hits. No matter how many medications you take or how often you check in with your doctor, if your arteries remain stiff, your blood pressure is going to stay high. That feeling of frustration and helplessness can be overwhelming, especially when you've tried everything else. But here's the good news. You're not out of options. You can make a difference, and it doesn't have to involve more pills or expensive treatments. The solution is simpler than you think. One of the best ways to reduce this inflammation and help your arteries regain some of their lost flexibility is through diet. There are foods scientifically proven to reduce arterial inflammation and help relax your arteries. By making a few small changes to your eating habits, you can take control of your heart health and start feeling better, and faster than you might expect. Let's talk about a habit many people over 60 have: eating processed foods. It might feel harmless, right? After all, they're easy, quick, and often cheaper than fresh options. You might grab a frozen dinner, a can of soup, or make a sandwich with white bread. It's convenient, and you're used to it. But here's the hidden truth most people don't realize. These processed foods are packed with ingredients that quietly inflame your arteries, making your blood pressure even harder to manage. In fact, most processed foods are loaded with added sugars, trans fats, and excess salt, all of which contribute directly to the inflammation that stiffens your arteries. Think about it. Every time your body processes these substances, your blood vessels are put under stress. Over time, this constant strain can cause chronic inflammation in your arteries, which raises your blood pressure and keeps it elevated. Here's the real issue. The more often you eat processed foods, the more inflammation builds up inside your body. This damages the flexibility of your arteries, making it harder for blood to flow smoothly. And as your blood pressure rises, it puts even more pressure on your heart, leading to an increased risk of heart disease, kidney problems, and even stroke. For those over 60, this is especially dangerous. As we age, our bodies don't bounce back as easily, and the damage caused by these inflammatory foods can be far worse. But there's a darker side to this. It's not just that processed foods are bad for your arteries. They've snuck into so many of the things we eat every day. You might think you're eating healthy, but even seemingly innocent foods, like store-bought salads or packaged snacks, can contain hidden sugars and unhealthy fats. These ingredients are easy to overlook, but they're silently raising your blood pressure every time you eat them. Now, here's the good news. The solution is simpler than you think. The key is to eliminate or cut back on processed foods. By replacing them with fresh, whole foods, you can give your arteries a much-needed break from inflammation. Eating anti-inflammatory foods can help your arteries relax and improve blood flow, which will ultimately lower your blood pressure. Start with just one simple step. Swap out processed foods for fruits, vegetables, and whole grains. You don't need to make drastic changes overnight, but just taking 1 or 2 small steps every day can make a huge difference over time. For example, try adding more leafy greens to your meals or switching from white bread to whole wheat. It's a small, easy change that can help reduce inflammation and protect your heart. And the best part? It works. Let's talk about something most of us love but don't often think about: sugar. Maybe you have a sweet tooth or enjoy a sugary treat after dinner. It might seem harmless, right? After all, we've all heard that a little sugar never hurt anyone. But here's the hidden danger. Sugar is one of the biggest contributors to arterial inflammation and high blood pressure. It's not just the obvious culprits like candy or cake. Sugar hides in so many foods, even in places you wouldn't expect, like sauces, breakfast cereals, and even low-fat snacks. Here's what most people don't realize. When you consume too much sugar, especially refined sugar, your body triggers an inflammatory response. This causes your arteries to become inflamed and stiff, making it harder for blood to flow smoothly. And when your arteries are more rigid, your heart has to work overtime to push blood through them, which naturally leads to higher blood pressure. But it gets even worse after 60. As we age, our bodies become less efficient at processing sugar. We're more likely to develop insulin resistance, meaning your body struggles to manage the sugar in your bloodstream. This leads to even more inflammation. In fact, research shows a strong connection between high sugar intake and increased blood pressure. And for those over 60, the effects can be even more pronounced. Here's where the emotional toll hits. You may feel frustrated when your blood pressure creeps up, even though you're trying to make healthy choices. But there's good news. You have more control over this than you think. You don't need to cut out sugar completely, but reducing added sugars can make a noticeable difference in your blood pressure, and quickly. A simple fix. Start by cutting back on sugary drinks. Sodas, sweetened teas, and even fruit juices are packed with hidden sugars. Instead, if you're craving something sweet, opt for natural sugars found in whole fruits. Berries, apples, and oranges can satisfy that craving without causing the inflammation that refined sugar does. Over time, you'll start seeing a real difference in your blood pressure. The key takeaway here is that sugar is a hidden culprit in your diet. You don't have to eliminate sweetness from your life entirely, but by making small, manageable changes, you can lower your blood pressure and protect your arteries. It's all about balance. Let's talk about another food group that's often misunderstood: fats. You've probably heard that fat is bad for you, especially if you're dealing with high blood pressure. But here's the truth: not all fats are the same. In fact, some fats are absolutely essential for your health and can even help lower your blood pressure. The real problem is that many people over 60 are unknowingly consuming the wrong kinds of fats, which are silently contributing to artery inflammation and higher blood pressure. Here's how it works. There are two main types of fats: saturated fats and unsaturated fats. Saturated fats, found in butter, fatty cuts of meat, and many processed snacks, are the ones you want to avoid. These fats can raise your cholesterol levels and make your arteries stiffer, which prevents blood from flowing smoothly. But here's the kicker. Many people over 60 are still eating too much of these unhealthy fats, believing that they're fine because they've been a part of their diet for years. Now, here's the flip side. Unsaturated fats, found in foods like olive oil, avocados, and fatty fish, are the healthy fats that your body actually needs. These fats help reduce inflammation in your arteries, lower blood pressure, and even improve your cholesterol levels. What most people don't realize is that simply replacing bad fats with good fats can have a dramatic effect on your blood pressure and overall health. But here's where things get tricky. As we age, our metabolism slows down, and our bodies become more sensitive to the effects of bad fats. So, even if you got away with eating saturated fats in the past, it's crucial to change your eating habits as you get older. The buildup of bad fats over the years can cause your arteries to stiffen, leading to higher blood pressure and added strain on your heart. The good news? It's never too late to start making healthier choices. Here's a simple fix. Swap out the bad fats for healthier, unsaturated fats. Try using olive oil instead of butter for cooking, or add more fatty fish like salmon or mackerel to your meals. These small, simple changes can make a huge difference in lowering your blood pressure and protecting your heart. Plus, they'll help keep your arteries more flexible and reduce strain on your heart. The emotional benefit here is huge. You're not stuck with high blood pressure. With just a few changes to what you're eating, you can take control of your health and start feeling better. You don't need more medications or extra doctor visits. Just focus on what you're eating, and the results can start happening right away. Let's talk about something many people don't realize is having a massive impact on their blood pressure: stress. We've all heard that stress is bad for your health, but the connection between stress and high blood pressure is deeper than you might think. Most people assume that high blood pressure is mostly caused by physical factors like diet or exercise. While those factors certainly play a role, stress can have an even bigger impact on how your heart functions, especially after 60. Here's how it works. Stress triggers your body to release hormones like adrenaline and cortisol, which activate the fight or flight response. When this happens, your heart rate increases, and your blood vessels constrict to send blood where it's needed most. This is a normal reaction when facing a dangerous situation. But what most people don't realize is that when stress becomes chronic, as it often does for many over 60 due to life changes, health worries, or family pressures, this constant activation of your stress response can keep your blood pressure elevated for long periods of time. Now, why is this worse after 60? As we age, our body's ability to handle stress declines. Our stress response becomes more exaggerated, and we don't bounce back from it as easily as we used to. This means chronic stress puts an even greater strain on your heart and arteries, increasing the risk of long-term health issues like stroke or heart disease. Over time, the constant pressure from stress can make it even harder for your arteries to remain flexible and healthy. But here's the good news. You don't have to just accept stress as a part of life. There are ways to manage it, and doing so can have a massive effect on lowering your blood pressure. One simple fix: regular stress-reducing activities. Something as easy as daily meditation, deep breathing exercises, or even a short walk in nature can help calm your body's stress response and lower your blood pressure naturally. Here's a suggestion. Try incorporating just 10 minutes of deep breathing into your day. It doesn't need to be long. Just slowing down and focusing on your breath can make all the difference. Over time, you'll begin to notice that your blood pressure levels stay more stable, and you'll feel more relaxed overall. The emotional benefit of managing stress is huge. You'll start to feel more in control of your health, and you'll realize that small, daily changes can drastically improve your quality of life. Stress doesn't have to be your boss. By addressing it head-on, you can protect your heart and arteries and enjoy a healthier, more peaceful life. Now that you understand the key factors contributing to high blood pressure and artery stiffness, it's time to put your knowledge into action. The best part? You don't need drastic changes or expensive medications. All it takes are a few simple, consistent shifts that can make a world of difference over time. Let's break it down step by step. Focus on your diet. Start by cutting back on processed foods. Think frozen meals, canned soups, and prepackaged snacks. These may be convenient, but they're full of ingredients that contribute to inflammation in your arteries. Instead, prioritize whole foods like fresh vegetables, fruits, and whole grains. These foods help reduce inflammation and improve circulation. For example, add leafy greens like spinach and kale, which are rich in potassium and magnesium, essential nutrients that help lower blood pressure. Replace unhealthy fats. Swap out saturated fats, like butter and fatty meats, for healthier unsaturated fats. Use olive oil in place of butter, enjoy avocados regularly, and incorporate fatty fish like salmon into your meals. These healthy fats help relax your arteries, reduce inflammation, and improve blood flow. No need to overhaul your diet overnight. Just start swapping one food for a better alternative each day. Your heart will thank you for it. Manage your sugar intake. If you have a sweet tooth, replace sugary snacks with whole fruits like berries or an apple. These natural sugars come with beneficial vitamins, fiber, and antioxidants, and they won't cause the same harm to your arteries. Also, reduce your intake of sugary drinks like sodas and sweetened teas, which are loaded with hidden sugars that contribute to high blood pressure. By cutting back on sugar, you're giving your arteries a break and making it easier for your heart to function properly. Reduce stress. Chronic stress is one of the silent killers of your blood pressure. Start by incorporating 10 minutes of deep breathing or meditation into your daily routine. These activities can lower your stress levels, relax your body, and naturally help lower blood pressure. Even something as simple as a short walk in nature can reduce stress and improve blood flow. Make stress management a priority. Your heart will thank you for it. Regular checkups with your doctor. Finally, don't forget to keep track of your blood pressure with regular checkups. Talk to your doctor about your progress and ask for guidance on any adjustments to your treatment plan. They're there to help you stay on track and offer support as you work towards better heart health. The beauty of this action plan is its simplicity. You don't have to make drastic changes all at once. Start small, stick with it, and you'll begin to see improvements in your blood pressure and overall health. The key is consistency. By making steady progress with your diet, stress management, and lifestyle, the benefits will follow, and before you know it, you'll feel better and healthier. You've just learned about the simple yet powerful changes that can lower your blood pressure and protect your arteries. But let's take a moment to reflect on the bigger picture. Your heart and arteries are the foundation of your health, especially as you get older. If you're over 60, managing your blood pressure isn't just about the numbers on a chart. It's about safeguarding your future, maintaining your independence, and preserving your quality of life. Imagine for a second the relief you'll feel when those blood pressure numbers finally drop. Picture the peace of mind that comes from knowing you've taken control of your heart health without relying on extra medications. As a doctor, I can assure you, it's not just about prescriptions. It's about the choices you make every single day. From what you eat to how you manage your stress, every small step you take toward better health will create a ripple effect that enhances your overall well-being. But let me be honest with you for a moment. High blood pressure is serious, and if left unchecked, it can lead to major complications like stroke, heart disease, and kidney problems. And for those over 60, these risks are even higher. But here's the good news. You have the power to reduce those risks. You don't need to wait for more prescriptions or another doctor's visit. You can start today with simple lifestyle changes that will help you feel better, more energetic, and in control of your health. Take a deep breath and give yourself permission to take action now. Your heart is worth it. Your future is worth it. By making these small changes, you're not just improving your blood pressure, you're giving yourself the best shot at a long, healthy life. It's never too late to start, and every step you take today is a step toward a healthier, happier you. Let's quickly recap what we've covered today. You've learned that high blood pressure isn't just about taking medications. It's about understanding what's happening inside your arteries. As we age, our arteries lose flexibility, which causes blood pressure to rise. But here's the good news. Food, stress management, and simple lifestyle changes can help your arteries relax and naturally lower your blood pressure. By making small adjustments, like cutting back on processed foods, swapping unhealthy fats for healthy ones, reducing sugar intake, and managing stress, you can protect your heart without needing more prescriptions. The power is in your hands, and every small step you take can create a big impact on your health. So, why wait? Start today. Take control of your heart health, and you'll start feeling better while watching those numbers improve. Now I have one question for you. Are you ready to make these changes and feel the difference in your blood pressure? If so, hit that subscribe button so you can keep receiving valuable tips to improve your health. And don't forget to share this video with someone who might benefit from this information. We're in this together, and improving our heart health for the long term starts now. But before we go, a quick reminder. I'm not a substitute for your doctor's advice. Always consult with your healthcare professional before making any major changes to your health routine, especially if you're already on medication. Your doctor knows your individual needs best, and their guidance is key to your long-term health. Take action today and feel the difference tomorrow.